Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahawashi, Bahasham, Barakaha Kodash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. In peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is Brother Ra'aya with another video, and in this video, I'll be profiling an article from the economiccollapseblog.com, as well as a clip from the Common Sense Show by Dave Hodges on YouTube. But as the title reads on the article, Walmart has started putting stakes inside locked metal cages to keep shoplifters from taking them. There you have it right there. Has it really come to this? We all knew that shoplifting was getting really bad all over the nation, but does Walmart really need to start locking up the stakes? I was stunned when I first learned that pharmacies in our core urban areas were locking up toothpaste and deodorant, but I didn't think that we were already at a point where supermarkets would start locking up the food. I don't know about you, but to me, this is an extremely chilling omen, and it is an extremely chilling omen, because we're living in the last seconds of the last days of the rulership of these heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites, or the so-called white people, before the ushering in of the kingdom of heaven, where the true children of Israel, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, will be ruling in for eternity. But between here and there, Jacob's trouble is quickly coming upon us, where many calamities are about to take away people in mass numbers, and one of the calamities to come is famines. And there will be famines that are going to take place. And we can already see the beginning stages of it right now. You've got the supply chain disruption, which is leading to a lot of these stores having emptier and emptier shelves. You've had adverse weather events taking place all across the planet, destroying many crops and livestock. And then you've got inflation, which is going to turn into hyperinflation, where food is going to be so unaffordable out here, the average person won't be able to get it. So what's that going to lead to? Hey, shoplifting, robbery, you name it. And it's going to get violent. Empty store shelves with just a few items left, and somebody faced with either fighting somebody over the last item or watching their family starve. You don't need to know the answer to that question. And I remember vividly during the first lockdowns, you had people fighting like animals over toilet paper and whatever other goods were in short supply. I even remember one time where two guys were fighting over the last case of water, and one guy stabbed another guy. That was a chilling omen and a portend of things to come. Let's get into this article some more. Walmart has started securing high-priced stakes inside locked metal cages amid rising crime rates across the U.S., a new viral video has revealed. I've never seen anything like this in my entire lifetime, because you're living in the last seconds of these last days. After a man from Florida took a video of this new packaging and put it up on TikTok, it quickly accumulated more than 4 million views. Michael Fromhold from Florida was stunned when he noticed that the meat at his local Walmart had been locked up in what appears to be a rather dramatic attempt to prevent people from stealing it. And remember that items like meat and chicken are perishable items, so it's not like they're shoplifting it so they can sell it off to Amazon or eBay or anything like that. People are getting really desperate out here. Michael took a video of it and shared it to TikTok, where it quickly went viral, gaining more than 4 million views in a matter of days, and the clip led some viewers to lament the fact that such measures have become necessary. If you see something like this at your local Walmart, please take a photo or a video of it. At this point, it is not clear if these new security devices are being rolled out nationwide or just in high crime areas, but it's eventually going to become nationwide. And here's a clip, and I'm going to start it at the 48-second mark.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Walmart now has the steak locked up. Holy shit. Let's come to this. This is getting bad now, man.
As the price of meat continues to go higher, steaks will increasingly become desirable targets for professional looters, really people that are desperate out here and don't want to starve themselves or watch their family members starve. Just last week, one man was spotted stealing 10 packages of steaks from a Trader Joe's in New York City. As recently as Tuesday, a man was seen stuffing cans of soda into his pants at a Trader Joe's in Union Square before casually leaving the store, according to footage captured by the New York Post. Just one day before that, another man left the same store with a stack of 10 packages of steaks. Employees told the outlet that they were told not to stop the alleged thief. And it isn't just steaks that will need to be locked up. Since Joe Biden entered the White House, just about every category of meat has surged in price. The price of beef and veal products increased 16.0%, according to BLS. That included a 13.0% increase in the price of uncooked ground beef, a 17.1% increase in the price of uncooked beef steaks, and a 19.2% increase in the price of uncooked beef roasts. The price of pork increased 14.1%. The price of chicken increased 10.3%. Hey, these different meats out here are getting, their prices are increasing more and more, and eventually they're going to become unaffordable, not just for the average Joe going to buy it, but hey, these different establishments that buy the meat. I remember recently, some of the brothers and myself went to a cafe to get some hamburgers, and the lady that worked at the cafe told us, don't tell anybody this, but what we're using right now isn't real meat. It's some kind of pink paste. Hey, things are much more dire out here than the average person really believes. Of course, food prices are rapidly escalating across the board, and major grocery chains are now facing a sustained wave of theft that is unlike anything that they have ever experienced before. In fact, things have gotten so bad that the CEO of a major grocery chain in New York says that his company will be hiring retired police officers to help crack down on shoplifters. A major New York grocery chain is buckling down on security measures following a string of brazen retail thefts targeting supermarkets in the Big Apple. John Castamadis, the CEO of Gristatus, told Fox Business that the company plans to place retired police officers outside its stores and even offer rewards to customers who provided information on shoplifters. We certainly aren't too far away from armed guards on food trucks, are we? And you're not. Don't be surprised when you see armed guards, NATO troops, the National Guard, or any other military force guarding food trucks or these grocery stores. And if you try to get out of line, hey, they'll put 3 in your head like a bowling ball. That's it with this article. Now, I'm going to go to the clip on the Common Sense Show's YouTube channel titled, "Why Did a Brawl Happen in an Eatery in Pennsylvania? This is a warning to everyone." And remember from that first article that it was mainly dealing with those steaks, with those caged locks on them with sensors.
I don't even know where to begin with this story. I know I wrote a title. I'm just absolutely beside myself with this. Let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's talk about Pennsylvania. There was a riot in an eatery in Pennsylvania. And why did they have the riot? Because they ran out of something. This is a portend of things to come. You need to really listen to what I'm going to tell you, because this isn't just going to be Pennsylvania, okay? It's going to be Rhode Island. It's going to be Oklahoma,
nationwide,
Missouri, Arizona, Georgia. It's going to be everywhere. So people going in, they're ordering steaks from the eatery. Everything's fine. "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, we just ran out." What? What? What do you mean you just ran out? You just served him. What do you mean you just ran out? Oh, and a big brawl ensued. Hello, welcome to the world of shortages. With
So this really starts to make a lot more sense than just your average everyday shoplifter.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Walmart now has the steak locked up. Holy shit. Let's come to this. This is getting bad now, man.
China in virtual shutdown. George Soros projecting huge economic problems for China, and I think this is what he's probably referencing, and I happen to agree with him on this point. They got the 6 ports shut down because they're trying to eradicate the virus as much as they can before the Olympics start. They don't want, let's put it this way, if
And this video was published on February 2nd.
if these pathogens got into the Olympic Village, game over. Game's over. Not that anyone's going to be watching, but China wants to put their best foot forward. So I understand why they're doing what they're doing. They're basically shutting down the ports. Air travel's still coming here, but that's a fraction of what we should be getting. We got about 3 weeks. There's going to be problems. Huge supply chain problems. Let's put it this way, much more protracted than what we have right now. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're going to beat up people because they got served the steak and you don't? They got the last can of beans and you didn't?
And that's exactly what's going to happen. The average American out here is weak. They don't do any fasting, and they're selfish and can't go, a couple of hours without eating some junk food. And like I said at the beginning of the video, when those first lockdowns happened, I remembered people out here at these stores fighting like animals. These 2 guys were fighting over the last case of water, and one guy stabbed the other guy. So what do you think's going to happen when these store shelves are damn near empty and hyperinflation is through the roof to where people can't afford what's in the stores? Robbing people, killing people, you name it.
How far is this going to go?
All the way to the head.
Isn't this sound like a theme that's going to play out all across America over and over? By the way, I hope you have your preps.
Now let's get into some precepts. This is 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses, Walmart, Rouse's, Winn-Dixie, Kroger's, Publix, Trader Joe's, etc., shall suddenly be found empty. From the supply chain disruptions to a whole host of other issues. Again, what do you think people are going to do when they keep going to these stores and these food shelves become emptier and emptier, and then the few items that are left are unaffordable due to inflation and then hyperinflation? They're going to start fighting each other in the stores to get their hands on whatever's left. They're going to be robbing people in the parking lots. And then when there's nothing else to get at these stores and things are really desperate out here, people are going to start breaking into each other's homes and putting people to death and taking what they have. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Burglaries, house invasions, and the modern day sword, especially in the United States of America, is that gun. And these people will be using a whole host of other methods as well. Sticks, chains, knives, clubs, brass knuckles, you name it, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Famines. Suddenly shall the full storehouses be found empty. No more food left in the stores. And for great tribulation, a whole host of other calamities that are coming during Jacob's trouble, and which are the judgments and punishments from Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai on you people on this planet for all the wickedness you've been committing. So that's it with this video. And with this video, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath were edified. Just keep strong. As we can clearly see, we're almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And if we have that protective hedge over us, we won't have to worry about these famines hitting us during these times. As it says in Isaiah 65, think around the 13th chapter. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Hey, the elect, the 144,000 and the rest of the righteous 1/3 of the nation of Israel who have returned unto their power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and are doing everything they can to stay in his good graces. Hey, we'll be eating and drinking in that day and won't be like 2/3 of the nation of Israel who refuse to return under their power because they're hard-headed and want to live like these heathens. And you heathen nations which have no hope at all, you're going to be hungry and thirsty and ashamed and lamenting and crying and getting put to death. Point blank, period. So again, that's it with this video. And I'm going to say Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala, and until next time, Shalom.